Good morning. Another day, another dollar. Might as well get up. But this is going to be a day like none other. Yes, indeed. Because today I'm going to do something I don't normally do. Today, I'm not going to be wasting my time playing video games, and it's a beautiful day outside. Look at the beautiful vistas of Lorville. I'm not going to be out there toiling, working and mining. Today I'm going to do something that I very rarely do, something that I'm really not a fan of. I'm going to be flying my ship and fighting. You hear that? I'm going to be a bounty hunter. Now, PvP, not my thing. If someone says, do you want to go do some PvP? Do you want to fight? I say no. I'd rather fight an asteroid for its valuable minerals. Someone needs to clean up here. But I'm not one to fight. And if you're just starting out like me, you're not going to have the best ship for fighting. If we look at our ships, if we look at what's available, if we look at the Aurora, it doesn't have a lot in the way of shields and weaponry. It's got some gimbals, which are good. So gimbals will allow your guns to aim a little more, where if there are no gimbals, they're going to be locked to your ship and they're only going to fire exactly straight in front of you, where this allows you to lead the guns ahead and have maybe a little bit of aim assist, but it does reduce the size of your weapons. We got some Gatling guns here, some Yellow Jackets. I believe those are actual solid rounds, so you're using ammunition, so once you use up your ammunition, you're done, you have to reload. You could get, as opposed to ballistic weapons, an energy weapon like a laser, which you'll have unlimited firing power, or something called distortion. So ballistics will attack the ship. It'll hit the shields and a little bit will get through and damage the hull. Lasers will only damage the shields until they go down and then damage the hull. Distortions I've never really used, but I believe they just kind of damage the system and they'll disable ships. But I'm not sure about that because again, I don't tend to fight. So we're not going to upgrade our ship. We're not going to play too much around with the settings. We're just going to give this bounty hunting thing a bit of a try. What we're going to do is we're going to take our ship. We're going to maybe overclock the weapons a little bit. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how the basics, maybe setting up a couple of your MFDs the way you would like them. But otherwise, we're just going to try stock with one of the first ship, the first missions. The missions are ways to get your basically like a bounty hunter license so that you can get more and more contracts, bigger and bigger contracts. They don't pay well to begin with, but it's a good start, and apparently you can ramp up quite quickly and make some money, and so I thought we would give it a try because this is all about making money, and there's more than one way to make money in Star Citizen, and why not try them all? So I'm going to head towards the space station, and when I'm on the tram, maybe I'll look at a little bit at the contracts, and I'll try to find a contract for us. So I will see you in the hangars. So here we are at TISA Space Terminal, and as you can see, I have a marker. Neutralize Ingero Fitzroy. What does that mean, might you ask? Well, what I did is I went to the Contracts Manager here, and I looked up Bounty Hunter, and there was a mission that I accepted. This mission here, Tracker Training Permit Certification. So find and apprehend Ingero Fitzroy. Based on an assessment of your abilities, the Bounty Hunters Guild would like to offer you the chance to earn your Tracker Training Permit. The permit would signify that you are qualified to track and apprehend very low risk targets, VLRTs. That sounds about right. Very low risk. I'm all for that. These criminals traditionally fly smaller ships and rarely have more than one escort, ideal for bounty hunters who are just starting out. That would be me. To successfully complete this certification process, you must apprehend a very low risk target ranked criminal by the name of Ingero Fitzroy, last seen at Hurston Weapons Training Site above Eta, which is one of the moons. So, But if you look at the bounty hunter things, you can see there's a fee here for 500 alpha UEC. So it was a fee. I had to pay 500 to accept this bounty hunter mission. But now, once doing that, I will be able to start earning some bigger missions and making some more money. So the certification is something you have to pay for to get into that. 500 alpha UEC. We just did a mining mission with hand mining. 2 pieces of hadonite basically covered that cost. So not so bad at all. So I see that tracking, but I need to go grab my ship. So I'm going to grab the Aurora, and we're going to head into the ship, and we're going to make some adjustments before we take off. So we are now in our Aurora. We're going to press R and power it up, and we're going to look at some of this, the multifunction displays we have here. Now, one thing I did do, if I hit my Moby Glass and look, I did remove my Russack. I don't need my Russack on while I'm here. Made sure my helmet was equipped, but I don't need to be wearing the other gear. I don't even necessarily need to have the pistol on, but that's fine at the moment. Another thing you could do is hit escape and go into game options. The ships actually limit their turning and climbing speed so that you're not going to black out as a character. So you can actually turn off G-Safe, and you can also turn off the proximity assist. That may help you a bit while you're flying around, but I have not done any of that. So what I've done now is I have got the ship powered up, and as you can see, there's a few things here. We have this target thing here, and this is showing on the bottom corner, if we look down here, my current shield level. So we can look at that and know how much shield power we have. We have our gun usage here, so we can see that that system is up and running. We can keep that here. Maybe on this side, you don't necessarily need any of this stuff we have here. I don't need the landing services because I'll be taking off, so I can switch that. We do have different things here. Self status will also show you a visual representation of your shields. You can kind of rotate the character or the image of the ship to better visualize how your ship looks, but not as useful, I find, as actually just the numbers. The shields, you can have a larger version. This is actually quite useful to show you your shield usage, front, left, and right, which one's going down. In here we also have your shield generators, and it's showing you the bulwark generators and how much they are using. We have your weapons, which is the one we saw on the other side. We have the heat signature. Now, heat signature here basically is your detection. So if you're trying to run stealth, something like this is very useful for avoiding heat. But we could do things here like we have our yellow jacket guns, and we could overclock them. This will produce a little more heat. They'll burn out quicker, but it will provide a little more power. That is potentially something we can do, something I'm willing to give it a try. Your shields, you could overclock them so that they recharge faster, have a little more juice, but I'm not going to really worry about that at the moment. What else do we have here? Target status, comms, and power. So power, you could balance your power. Do you want your power going more to your weapon systems, more to your shield system, more to your radar systems, I believe is the other one. I'm not quite sure. We have that a little bit balanced right now, but that's fine. In items, you can also look through the overclocking of a lot of your different items here. So all this very useful to show you your current levels and your current powers. We have the target status. If we have a target that we target, that was some good speaking there. If we have a target in our sights, if we have one locked on, it'll show you their shield status, maybe where they're taking damage. It'll help you out. So let's keep this operating in this direction here. These all look pretty good. We're going to hit F11 now since we've gotten rid of our communications, friends, landing services, and we're going to request a takeoff and head into space. So now that we are in space, I've positioned myself at an orbital marker so I can line up with the target of the bounty here. And we're going to calibrate our spooled up drive, and we're going to start jumping towards him. A couple controls to know when fighting. You have your left and right mouse. You're firing different weapons, and this one we have our left mouse here is firing. And we have missiles. If you were wanting to lock on missiles, well, centered on the target, you tap your middle mouse button to lock, and then hold down middle mouse to fire. But I'm going to try first just finding our target, and using the mouse button. You also have countermeasures, chaff and flares. I think it's H and J potentially to launch the chaff and flares. And if you're getting attacked, locked on by a missile, I'm not expecting that with this first bounty. So hopefully this will work out. So we've got to Ita, and it says now that the bounty was seen somewhere in the area, and we can lock on again and head to this asteroid field, and we're going to try to find him. Now you could try to do this stealth by having a lower signature and doing some scanning and trying to find him, but I'm just going to start flying towards this direction. I'm going to keep my speed a little higher than my safe maximum, so I don't have 100% of the turning rate, but I do have a bit of speed, and we're going to try flying in this direction and finding this one. Once we get closer, hitting 4 or 5 will cycle through your targets, so we can have our target set on our left multifunction display, and we'll be able to try and connect with him and take him out. So this will be our first bounty. So I'm going to speed up while I'm getting closer, because I'm not really gaining on him yet, but now we're getting a little bit faster, and I can slow down once we get closer. But we're at 28 kilometers away, slowly approaching our target. Once we're there, I will try to get a target lock on him. Watching the rings below our screen there, you can see our kind of a radar screen, and any hostile targets that we can detect passively should show up there as well. So there we are. So now we have Ewan Steele, and there's him, neutralized. And now we see this red dot leading him. That's where we're aiming for, because that is leading to where our shots will be to the target. So we're trying to aim at that dot. So it's overheated because I was doing a little bit too much overclocking. So you can see how the gimbals are helping me aim too. And I'm kind of ignoring his... I'm trying to ignore his escorts at the moment, because it's not too much of an issue. But if they start hitting me too much, I will have to try taking them out. But really what we're trying to do is take out this person. And you can see on the bottom screen there, he is taking quite a bit of damage. So I did take a couple hits, no big worry. Oh, I've lost him for a moment. Where'd he go? There he is. There we are. So, objective complete. We have neutralized him. So you could try to fight these other ships, but I'm just mousing up and getting away because they are not part of my current bounty. So why would I want to fight them? So just aim for a orbital marker. Your shields will last long enough to make this jump away. And that is it. We have our contract complete. So just as easy as that to do something a little bit simple. Now if we look at our ship status here, we're okay. There's a slight coloration right here, so we take a little bit of damage there, but for overall, really not too much. With our weaponry, I I'm not sure if there's a way to see ammo. There you go. Lots of ammo. We have thousands of rounds of ammo left. So overall, not too bad. And we have completed our contract mission. So if I hit F1 and I go to Contract Manager, now if I go to Bounty Hunter, hopefully later, this is another certification, which I don't feel like paying. So I'll look back later and we'll try to find a Bounty Hunter mission that will pay and we'll make some money. So we've done our certification. We can start taking bounties, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to head back to Lorville. By the time I get there, maybe a new mission will have shown up. So you hit F2. If you're ever having an issue where you can't see because the screen is like that, double right click and that'll bring you all the way back out, zoom out on the map. So then we can just go to Hurston and set a route. Hit F2 again, and now we've locked on to finding our route back to Hurston. A lot easier than searching around the sky trying to find it. The biggest trick is knowing that you can double click, right click to zoom out on the map, because the map right now isn't the best. They are working on it, but they've been working on it for a long time, so it's going to be a while until you develop a better map system in order to get around. So head back to Hurston, and maybe I'll head to Everest Harbor, and we'll go from there. So, I was about to get in the elevator at Everest Harbor, and I looked at the Bounty Hunter contracts. We have evaluation. So this one pays $4,000, and after repeated continual misdemeanor offenses, we're going to look for someone named Alex Fraker. So, we are going to be trying this one out. Very low risk, basically the same as what we just did, but now, $4,000. So we accept that. It's now an accepted. And we're just going to go back to our ship. So head back out to where I parked. Didn't even go very far. And it showed up. So I thought I would wait a bit. I thought I would explore Everest Harbor for a bit. We're going to enter our ship. Now before we leave, we're going to do one important thing. We are going to show you how, I think I did before, but how to fix up your ship, how to repair it a bit. So what I'm going to do, make sure the ship is on, engines on.
Engines are off.
Oh.
Engines are off.
We're going to hit F1. We're going to go to the repair and vehicle maintenance services, and repair is 8 UEC. Restock 164 UC. That would do ammo and weapons. Really, we don't need to, but might as well. Like there's hardly any ammo used, and as far as repair goes, that's not much. Quantum fuel, I'm not going to bother refueling right now. We've barely used any. Hydrogen fuel, you can actually get hydrogen by coasting through space. So if we really ever needed a lot, sure, but that's hardly any. Like if we look at our ship, here we have 92% hydrogen, 99% of our quantanium. So there's absolutely no reason to get those items. So we are now ready to go. I'm just going to confirm that we can take off, and we're going to head to our new target. So our new target is 52,000 kilometers away. So we're just going to jump right to him. And when we get to our first jump, you never jump right onto the person. So when we get there, I can set up a couple of the screens again. So I'm going to set up this screen again to be on target. So I can just see any information about the target. It's not letting me while we're in jump. That's fine. I'll wait till we get there. Actually, I believe we have the target right here. So we don't need that right now. So I'm just going to go and try to find this individual again. So same as last time. Jump, neutralize. If he has a couple ships with him and they are not that much of a threat, I don't see the reason to attack them first. Go after your target first, and then his escort second. So again, we're going to mouse up just to be a bit faster while we're getting closer. I'll mouse down in order to have a little bit better control. I'm going to maybe switch this to guns so I can see my ammo. You can see we have 7,200 rounds per gun. So we will see how much ammo I use. I didn't overclock them this time when I restarted. We're going to see how much of a difference that makes. So it's moved a bit. Now that we've gotten closer, we've narrowed it down. He's in this debris field a bit. This might be a bit harder because there's asteroids around. Don't fly into the asteroids. That's a sure way to damage your ship and end your life and end the contract quite quickly. You don't want to fail the contract, so we will try to operate at a slower speed when we're closer in order to avoid hitting asteroids. Again, you can hit 4, and that's going to help lock onto the target once he is in range. So, still no target. We are getting closer. I'll speed up a bit to get a bit closer. About 2,000 out, we should see him. There he is. So you can see I'm hitting him on the side. Oh, and he actually hit me. Oh, he's a bit far now. So he does not have any help, which is making this a bit easier for me as well. The gimbal guns are also helping quite a bit. As you can see, we keep hitting on the same side, which is good. And that is it. 4,000 UEC. Easy as that. So running bounties is a quick way to make quite a bit of money. And because he didn't have any escort, we don't have to really worry about it. We can take our time. So there we go, 4,000 alpha UEC. So if I hit my Moby Glass, you can see we're up to 24,940 already. If I check for contracts, we'll see if any more have shown up since then. Evict illegal occupants. There's a cave in Hurston. So this one pays 30,000 UEC. This one, the issue is, this is on a cave in Hurston. This will have turrets shooting at the ship that you're flying in. There's a lot of FPS. You'll need rifles. This is not one I'm going to do, but you can tell this one would take a lot more work because it's 30,000. If you want to give this a go, maybe later I'll give this a go, but at the moment I'm not going to be trying evict illegal occupants. I'm showing how to do things that I'm more used to. So let's look at this one. 25,000. Possible armed support. Very low risk. Another one. 4,000. Accept. F1. So the bounties keep popping up and down while you're working, while you're checking them out. Things will change. This one is 108,000 kilometers away. Hit B. Don't worry about warping inside of asteroid fields. You will not hit something. Your ship won't fly into an asteroid when you warp like that. If it's not able to, it's going to say that your route is blocked. It's not going to let you jump if it's going to jump into something that would cause you to explode. So let's see if this person has any. So I can't jump to him. He is in front of the planet. As you can see, he's obstructed, but I can head to orbital marker 3. B. Hold B. Mouse up. We'll start flying towards him. So Bryant Aizawa will not last long. Eventually, this game is going to change a bit. Eventually, there's supposed to be a way to destroy or a way to capture and disable. But currently, the bounty hunting system doesn't have the ability to actually apprehend and bring characters back. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to actually take some characters and bring them back to a certain location. But for now, you destroy the character, destroy their ship, and that is how you run bounties. So I can see why a lot of people fairly quick, and it is good practice. I'm actually learning a little bit about fighting since this is now about the 4th time I've ever flown a ship for fighting. So I could see, especially if your thing is to do the dog fighting. And honestly, even though it's not my thing, even though I prefer mining, I'm super excited about Squadron 42 because of the fighting, mainly the storyline of the fighting. And I assume after that, playing that game, I'm going to be an ace fighter because I'll know all the controls down by heart just by playing that game and running through all the campaigns. But as it stands right now, this is all new to me, and I'm actually surprised that it's going as well as it has. So I said that, and now watch me smash into an asteroid and blow myself up, because that'll probably be what happens. So again, my index finger of my left hand is on the number 4, so right away I can, there you go, I've got a lock on him, and I can start shooting.
Shields damaged.
He was shooting me at the same time, but that's alright. I'm just going after him. A little bit of a lag there, that's alright.
Enemy down.
Did I get him? I believe I got him. There we go. So that was his help that's there. So I'm going to try to get away. I think I got him because he ran into my shields as I was knocking his down. So it actually worked out well. Ida's not that far. I'm just going to jump there. Get out of the way of... Oh, I don't actually see the hostile guy anymore. That's alright. I'm going to head there. Head to Ita.
Radar contact.
There he is. So if you remember, exploring the caves, learning how to fly, has gotten you a bit of flight control and a bit of navigation control. Now that you're flying better, we are earning money. We're up to 28,900 already. Another 4,000 job will be at 30,000. I think that's where I'll call it today, is 3 successful, hopefully, missions, fingers crossed, and we'll be done. Oh, this is such a nice moon. I like this moon. Ariel's a good one for mining, but Ita's a nice one to explore. It's pretty cool. So, hit F1, go to Contracts Manager, go to Bounty Hunter. Here's someone who is another very low risk target. I like very low risk. Oh, that was the icy one. Okay. So we'll jump towards this one.
Auto drive is now off. Auto drive is now off.
As you can see, our shields are at 100 on all. Our ship is looking good here. Shields are looking good over here. We don't really have anything to worry about except if he's got a lot of support. But very low risk means there's a chance there's not going to be anyone, or maybe 1 or 2 little ships with him. Basically, you just want to go for the target that you're neutralizing if there's more than 1 ship. So again, getting closer. Once I'm close enough to actually get a lock, I'll be able to see the status on the top of the screen on the just to the right of the center there. And here we go. 3rd bounty. When you get up to higher level bounties, a bit harder, but you got a better ship, maybe a stronger ship, I can see you making quite a bit of money quickly doing this.
Radar contact. Radar contact.
So as you can see, I did quite a bit of damage already just by doing that run.
Shields damaged. Weapons system critical.
Oh, I'm overheating a bit. I'll let him cool down.
Weapons system critical.
Let's try a missile lock. Wasn't let me. Maybe I'm too close. I'm taking hits from his other side here. My front is at 49, still not bad.
Shields max.
My shields have recharged.
Shields damaged. Weapons system
And there we go.
enemy down. Shields
Hit
max.
B. We're going to head to this orbital marker. Warp. And the AI doesn't chase you. So that is it. Hitting F1. 32,904 UEC. So we are going to head back to Hurston. Set route. There it is. And when we land, we will see how much the repairs of all that cost. Shouldn't be that much, and the refuel. So we'll see how much we made versus how much it costs to do those bounty missions. I'm actually impressed. I've never really been into bounty. Once I get into the bigger mining, you start making some really good money. But as a way to break up just mining rocks and searching and doing the mining, that was actually kind of fun. I might actually switch and become a bounty hunter sometimes. I kind of enjoyed that. So I will land at Lorville, and then once I land at Lorville, we will repair our ship and we'll call it a day. And that's overall about maybe a little over half an hour, less than 45 minutes for sure for all of that. So a fairly quick little adventure today, which is good. Yeah, I really am surprised at how painless bounty hunting is now in the game. Combat used to be a little bit weird the first time I tried it, but I will say all the time I've spent mining, flying around, searching, or even just kind of exploring and trying to like just keep low to the ground and flying around has really improved my flying quite a bit. Doing any of the flying in this game, even if it's just exploring, will make other things so much easier. Learning the controls secondhand. Everything you do in this game will connect to other parts, and that's what parts I find amazing. I also like how Lorville is just a big mass of light in a dust storm. That's kind of neat. There we go. So I was too far out. Even though it let me radio, it wasn't letting me land. So I'm going to put my lights on just because. Now you can see the blue square right about where I'm aiming. That is where we're going. There's a few different ports, but we're going to this one right here. Bigger ships, you aim them flat, but this one you can kind of aim down a bit. I like to aim in, and then as soon as my nose is through, I can just hit shift while leveling out. And bring the ship down. Little ships, so much easier to fly. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to get back my pilot seat. I will find out how much it would cost to repair the ship. So, how much does it cost to repair and refuel, or not refuel, I don't care about refueling. Maybe. We'll see how much we used. So back in the ship, hit F1. This little wrench for maintenance. Repair was 30 UEC. Restock our ammunition, another 400 almost, or 350 almost. And quantum, we could get more, but we still don't need it. Hydrogen, I'm not going to bother. Confirm. So now we're looking here. If we look at our ammunition, I should have looked to see how much we use, but we're back up to 7,200 per gun. Our ship was just flashing there as I repaired everything, and now it's repaired. We are good to go. We can leave. We can be happy that we spent a little bit of time and made, I guess, about 10,000 UEC. So 12,000 minus the 500 it costs for our certification. So there we are. That's all. It was pretty good. I am lost. It's amazing this tiny ship can block the entrance so I can't actually see it. So I hope this helped. I hope maybe this is a new thing that someone might want to try. Give it a go, earn a little bit of cash, and I'm going to head back after this hard day's work to my hab, and next time I'm going to see maybe about trying something a little bit harder, or what I might do now that we know how to earn a little bit of money doing some bounties. I might run a few more before this and earn enough to do some ship rentals. Maybe rent a bigger ship and try something a little bit more interesting, or even maybe look at getting into rock mining, which is something that I really enjoyed and what started me making a lot of money fairly early on when I was playing around with the mining aspect of this game. So until next time, I hope you have an awesome time in the Stanton system, and I hope to see you flying around in the verse. Goodbye.